Nicktendo, I'm so sick of you. I really am. You have such an ego to you, thinking you're actually a good animator, or frankly an animator to begin with, and oh, you made a reacting to the Nicktendo haters video. Yeah, people who like actual quality, no, they're just haters. Consider this tips for Nicktendo too. Okay, guys? Well, let's begin. This video is portrayed as a grade A under A clone. Wow, I'm actually surprised people would want to copy him anymore. So Nicktendo says he has 3 types of people on his channel: the fans, the critics, and the haters. So you'd think, okay, he mentions critics, so the haters must be actual haters, right? Oh no. When he says critics, he means people who think his video is great, but give minor pieces of advice at most. Anything major like, God forbid, actually trying at animating or making his characters look decent is immediately put in the hater category. I'll explain why in a bit. Now, he claims that all the haters hate how he's able to make 2 videos a week, and that people say that his animations are lazy and effortless. Except, here's the deal. Alright, listen closely. Ready? They are! You cannot honestly expect people to look at this and honestly say,
now that's quality.
Oh, but wait, it gets even better. He also pulls a Butch Hartman and says, well, you've never made an animation in your life. Hey, guess what, Nicktendo? Neither of you! You made this garbage that tries to pass off as animation, but anyone with a mental age greater than a 3-year-old can see that you're not making animations. You're making trash. Then Nicktendo does this dumb Family Feud Hater Edition thing, which, while clever, is at the same time really dumb. Basically, the whole point of this is to say that to properly critique his videos, you should just say something in the comments. Sounds like a good idea. Except the problem is, as mentioned previously, if you mention anything involving actually trying, he calls you a hater or says, oh, well, don't watch, man. So, yeah, commenting doesn't work. Then he goes on about how the haters say that his animations are trash, and rightfully so, and that the haters claim they could probably animate just as well, if not better. Well, guess what, Nicktendo? If you really want to see someone take you on who can animate just as well as you, or I guess more just as poorly as you, here you go! Because guess what? From the depths of hell, I mean on my hard drive, I dug up some old animations I made when I was 12. Yes, 12. And they only usually took me a day to make, and they were pretty much of the same quality you make when you're 15. I look at them and I know they're bad because I can actually admit it. So stop hiding behind your dumb, well, I don't see you animating, let alone as quickly as I can, because now you've been beat on both those points, and I was younger than you to boot. So any further mention of, oh, I don't see you doing animations, or, well, I only do it in a couple days, will just be referred back to this point. Next he goes on about, well, don't watch. That's the problem though. Logan keeps putting you on this fake pedestal of how great you are and how your animations are so high quality. Yeah, guess what? No, they aren't. The reason Logan loves your animations so much is that they're done quickly. But animation is supposed to take time and effort. Now, I'm sorry to unearth this corpse, but I've got to talk about this. Remember SML reviewers, rest in peace by the way, animated skits? Yeah, I've called him out plenty of times for the fact that the actual animation part wasn't real animation, but just him using motion tools and then calling that animation. Like using tweening to move a circle in Flash and calling that animation. While tweening is good for certain things, if that's it, just still motionless objects moving around, it just sucks. Rev would always claim, it takes me several months to make this. No, it doesn't. The animation takes a few hours to a day at most, and the only reason things would take so long is because you would always be waiting on Flamey to finish drawing backgrounds and stuff because Flamey was lazy back then. But to give credit where it's due, at least the characters and background looked amazing. Nicktendo is the total opposite. He takes no time at all, could care less about quality of anything, including the backgrounds and characters and whatnot, says, "I make mine in a couple days," and everything just looks horrible. Oh, and look, another time where he says it's just people calling him lazy and that they've never animated before. And by the way, guess what? Just because you haven't done it before doesn't mean you can't critique it. Just wanted to point that out to you. Again, refer to my previous point. Oh, and again with the whole "give me actual criticism" thing. Again, that's fine, except you never listen to the actual constructive criticism! You only listen to the stuff you want to hear. Oh, and now he does another skit, which is a skit where it's an interview with a Nicktendo hater. Basically, it boils down to, "Look, I got something for SML movie Jeffy Sleepover done in 2 days. Aren't I so cool? And what if someone else tried doing an animation in 2 days?" To which the hater is at a loss for words. Wow, real good job there, kid. So to address that second point, since I've already talked about that first one to death, I'm pretty sure that the only difference between you and another person trying to get an animation done in 2 days would be that they'd probably be able to at least draw the characters better. At the very least, if you're going to be so incredibly lazy on actually animating, at least make your characters and background look decent. Not like it was drawn in MS Paint. Oh wait, sorry, you use paint.net. My bad. So, the end of the video, yeah, you're not missing much. I'm just gonna move on to my final thoughts. What sickens me most about Nicktendo, honestly, is how there's a bunch of gullible idiots out there who truly think that this is animation, let alone good animation. Let me just remind you that they're saying this and this should be classified as the same thing. This and Nicktendo. This and Nicktendo. Nope, that's all the same thing. Now, I get it, we've all got to start somewhere. Just because you start making animations doesn't mean they'll all be up to the quality I just showed in comparing those people to Nicktendo. However, what frustrates me most is Nickendo's adamant refusal to try. He should be well aware that he isn't trying, and if he doesn't, I seriously would recommend him going to therapy because he's probably delusional. It just sickens me that he tries to claim his garbage as good. His only claim to fame is that he makes this junk in a couple days. Wow, how special. And as someone who wants to eventually learn how to animate for real, seeing stuff like Nicktendo's being put in the same category as other actually good animators really makes me not want to bother, honestly. But anyways, that's all I wanted to say about this video. Nicktendo, in the off chance you're watching, here's my advice for you. Actually take time on your animations, even if it takes a lot longer. But if you really cannot be bothered to ditch your "look, I can make stuff in 2 days" policy, then at the very least do what you're doing in terms of your animation, but actually try on the characters and backgrounds, okay? There's your constructive criticism. Good luck. Thank y'all for watching, and take care.